Already know.
And when you see your face,
I already know. Rude ass.
go.
What's up? It's your favorite sports chick, Carolina Teague. This is episode 35 of League of Our Own. Welcome back. It's another awesome Wednesday. I'm here. It's June 28th. I'm here at VodPod Media Studios with my rude ass radio husband and producer, Gylan Jackson, making sure everything's still running smoother than olive oil on a baby's behind. Speaking of olive oil, we got this olive leaf iced tea. Actually, we got special leaf tea.
Cut.
In the building. We got Chris, the owner of Special Leaf. We're going to be talking about all this great stuff today. We got so many things to talk about. We're going to be talking about, actually, it seems like all we're doing is talking about the Spurs.
Let's just talk.
Did the Spurs make the right decision? Are they winning in the offseason? Is Damian Lillard going to the Trailblazers? And we're also going to talk about the economic impact of Wemby. So, Gylan, your birthday party is tomorrow.
Mañana.
And it's going to be at Alibis, right?
Correct.
What is going on at Alibis?
Damn, you just invited the whole city.
I know, right?
Are you ready for that?
We're just having a good time.
Yeah.
That's it.
So is there going to be music? Like, what can people expect if they go to Alibis?
So we're doing a live music review show. So if you go to the Sam Pluto show, samplutoshow.com or Sam Pluto show, then you'll see what we're going to be doing. But we're going to be doing a live music review show.
Cool.
For my birthday.
That's awesome. That sounds like so much fun. So will there be artists there? Like, are they going to be there performing
I'm going to be
live?
there.
So you're going to be there, and so is Amzai. And you
Correct.
guys are going to be having a good time. And, of course, I might show up. It's my actual birthday tomorrow. So if I can get everything situated, I'm going to be there, too. You got invited, too, Chris.
I know. I just met the guy, and he invited me to his party.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
He said performances and whatnot. He's going to be performing?
Are you going to be performing, Gylan?
No, I'm not performing.
You should perform.
Maybe I won't
No.
go
I
then.
think Gylan would be a great artist, actually.
No, I've seen that.
I've seen him doing Amzai's show, and he's like, I could see him.
He's got it going on.
Yeah, being a DJ or something like that.
Oh,
He's
yes.
got what it
Being
takes.
a DJ.
Yeah, the people on the Titanic, they died. They found they didn't find their bodies. Their bodies supposedly disintegrated
Yeah, imploded.
and imploded. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Nasty.
On the
Have you done that
Titanic?
weekend?
Yeah, the submersible that went down to view the Titanic.
Oh, the Titan.
Yeah, the Titan. They showed video today of it being recovered and transported from ship to land. It was crazy.
What are your thoughts on it? What would you have gone on the trip?
Oh man, there's a lot of thoughts there. After reading into it, there's just a lot of stuff that was left to chance. It seems a lot of T's that weren't crossed and I's that weren't dotted, and people coming out saying that the owner and the captain of the company disregarded some safety concerns that people had, and even people that had deposits down to go and ended up pulling their deposit because after learning this information, they didn't go. It's not as clear cut as it may seem. There's a lot behind it, and God rest their souls, and hopefully we learn from it and don't allow it to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just a crazy story. But what's crazier is there's wasn't there like a large ship with some immigrants that were coming over from another country
Mm-hmm.
that 200 people or some odd
Mm-hmm.
that ended up perishing, because the boat capsized, and I don't hear about that.
It didn't get as much coverage.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to the media, sometimes what makes it's a sad story that this boat capsized and a lot of immigrants' lives were lost. I think it was like 70 people that they couldn't find.
At least.
Yeah, and what's interesting is what makes people want to hear about the Titan story. I think it has all the makings of a story that people want to see, like rich people, stupidity, because a stupidity, considering who depending on who you talk to, there was a level of ego involved by not going with the guidelines of the ocean.
Sure.
And then you also have the death, the Titanic. That's already a popular story. So there's so many makings as to why that story went popular and the story about the immigrants didn't.
Yeah.
But it's also really sad that people die every single day on boats. Yep. Or in the water, or drown, and they don't get as much as attention as the Titan story did. But It was really sad. I was hoping that they would get found, honestly. Even though the chances were slim to none, it makes me sad that nothing came out of that.
I had high hopes when they were talking about, they have 48 hours left of air.
Uh-huh.
And
they heard the sound.
Surely they're going to be able to. I mean, it's 2023. Why? We can find them.
Uh-huh.
But after losing communication, like the first day.
Yeah.
That happened, and I think they found the wreckage. I don't know. It's just sad.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Can I be real for a second?
Uh-huh.
White people. Love you, Chris. White people. That's why people gave a damn about the Titan. It was white people.
Yeah.
You got black immigrants that are of African descent, bunch of dark people dying in ocean, and nobody says anything. Mm-hmm. You got 5 white people that go missing, and people lose their shit.
I think it's not just because they're white. I think it's also because there's all these factors too. Like, I think it's also because of those reasons. Like, the Titanic was involved.
White people.
It's rich
White people. Titanic.
stupid.
White people.
Titanic. White people. Stupid people. Yeah, it's all those factors. It's
No, I'm not saying white people are stupid people. I'm just saying white people.
Just say those people in particular were stupid.
Well, there was like
according to who you ask.
Wasn't there I think there was like a Middle Eastern billionaire and his son that was on the ship, the submersible, and then the guy, the owner / captain, I think he was British. But yeah, I mean, it's just like the whole kind of like, they're richer than those guys or those people, and the focus is going to be shifted towards that because of the story, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, there's a bunch of features.
But yeah, it's just that's a crazy story, and God rest their souls and their families.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't because they white. It ain't just because they white. Because there was a Middle Eastern on the ship. I mean, that's probably one of the factors, but it's not the whole reason.
I think sometimes we like to be blinded by reality or blinded by ignorance. And reality is these people that are trying to build a better life for themselves that are immigrants. Mm-hmm. Fantasy world is getting imploded in a submarine. Right?
Yeah.
And most people have fallen in love with the Titanic story because of a movie, not even because of the real story behind the Titanic.
It is because of the movie that I fell in love with the Titanic. Matthew Lerman says dying in a submersible implosion is white as hell. Let's be real. Oh my Lord.
The
Okay.
whole concept.
The whole concept is white.
I will give you that. The whole concept is white. Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I just don't know if I would have gone deep in that particular submersible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone to see the Titanic. It's a graveyard. I that would already freak me out to begin with. I don't even want to go to a cemetery, let alone a cemetery that's deep inside the ocean.
I don't know why they haven't brought it up from the ocean, floor to present to the Smithsonian or something like that. Is it that deep that you can't go down there and lift it up and get it back up to the surface somehow?
Can we move Chris's mic over a little bit over?
Yes, or you can hold on to it while you talk.
No. Just have him move it over.
Move it over.
No, the other way.
Oh, this way? Okay.
Yeah,
this?
more.
Okay.
And then now turn the mic back towards him.
Okay. Now, like that. Boom. Okay. I think he's just trying to get his special leaf tea in the shot.
It's in the shot.
By the way, today he's drinking, which flavor is that?
That's a pomegranate blueberry.
That's a pomegranate blueberry. We have this new mocktail that we're excited to talk to you guys about. And I was going to tell you guys too, over the week, I went to go see Victor Wembanyama. And I was at the Spurs. Where was I at? It was the Spurs Meet the Rookies press conference. And Victor Wembanyama was there. It was the first time I ever saw him in person.
What did you think the first time you saw him?
First time I saw him, my initial thoughts were, everybody looks at his height. And that really stood out to me first. But what also stood out to me was he looked really happy.
Yeah.
And he looked really genuine. Yes. And I feel like he has this aura that is not like he's cocky. It's not like he's arrogant.
Really wants to be there.
Right. It's kind of similar. Like when I go to Spurs practice and I see Tim Duncan there, or I see a Manu Ginobili, they're super chill, relaxed. And I feel like that's exactly why the Spurs wanted a player like him.
Lost family member.
Yeah, he really matches he really matches what the Spurs entail. And then they had their rookie draft pick at number 44, City Sissoko. City Sissoko. He's number 25. He's going to be wearing number 25. He is trilingual. He speaks English. He speaks French. He speaks Spanish. And he blew me away speaking in Spanish and talking about how the Latino community has, how he answered a question and somebody saying, the Latino community is going to open up to you really quickly because you know Spanish. And he said, I had to learn Spanish because I played in Spain. And, I embraced the culture, and he was just really excited to be here in San Antonio. And Victor Wembanyama, everybody's going crazy about this whole breakfast tacos conversation because the first breakfast tacos that he received was from Taco Palenque.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever been to Taco Palenque?
I think maybe once.
I've been.
What are your thoughts on Taco Palenque,
I
guys?
think it's decent. I think it's not as Tex-Mex as some of other places, right? It's more of a Mexican feel in their food, but I like them. They're not bad.
No, they're not bad. But I think there's, breakfast tacos.
Yeah.
There's better spots for breakfast tacos.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Taco Palenque as breakfast tacos.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had a breakfast taco at Taco Palenque.
Yeah, I can't remember what I had.
I don't know what I had there, but I know that I'm not impressed when I go. Like, it's just there if I'm hungry really quick. I think Bill Miller's breakfast tacos are better than Taco Palenque's.
Brisket tacos.
Yeah. What
simple.
What would you recommend if you could?
I live up by a place called Los Generales.
Isn't that by Pat Booker?
Yeah, it's up there. Thanks.
Come in a little bit closer.
Sorry, we're having a hard time here. Are you getting good sound with him?
It's okay, but Amzai chimed in.
Oh, Amzai said something. Okay, that's our yeah. So I was gonna say, you said Los Generales. You would go there.
Yeah, they got the carne asada with the melty yellow cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really comes down to like seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you love food and you're proud of it, make sure that you're seasoning it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of places don't do that.
Right.
And they forget that simple salt and pepper effect.
Mm-hmm.
They can pop some things off where that's details.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some good spots, but Taco Palenque wasn't one of those ones that I was like thinking about when I saw that bag, of tacos being presented to him. I was like, come on, we gotta do better than that.
Yeah, I think we could. I don't know what went into the thought process. It's the thought that counts.
I'm not trying to bash anybody.
Yeah.
But like, I came from kitchens, so I appreciate food a lot. And if you're gonna present somebody something like a breakfast taco for the first time, let's come correct.
Right.
Come on.
I wonder what
First impressions, right?
I wonder what.
So where would you have gone? Where would y'all have sent him to?
So he said he would go to Los Generales.
Yeah.
Which is a spot on the northeast side of town.
Yeah.
And that's near his area, because they have good carne guisada with cheese. He would have handed him a carne guisada with cheese.
Probably 3.
3, yeah, because he's Victor Wembanyama. He's pretty big.
They're big. They're good. You just gotta go. Like breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You just gotta go. Tacos or not, that place is good. It's right by Rolling Oaks Mall.
And you are from the restaurant business, so you know tacos.
I know. I like food. I like flavor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Humbly speaking.
So I'm not knocking the girl that gave him the tacos because it's
she
the thought.
She might not know.
She might not know. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
And she may not have known. Maybe Taco Palenque cut her a check.
You never know.
And gave her the opportunity
behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly. The opportunity to go ahead and give her the breakfast tacos. Gylan, where would you have given him breakfast tacos if you had an opportunity?
I don't know. That's a tough one because there's probably a good 30 places in San Antonio with breakfast tacos, at least. And so I think it's all personal preference. So Pete's Taco House downtown, I think they have good breakfast tacos. There's a little spot off of Broadway that has good breakfast tacos. Somebody on Facebook said Bill Miller's brisket, egg, and cheese is a beast. There's no way in hell I would give Victor Wembanyama a Bill Miller's anything.
No, their tacos are actually really good.
Oh, hell no.
I swear. Have you had their breakfast tacos?
They're good, but they're just pricey.
They are pricey.
It's nothing over the top. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like they're known for like fried chicken and brisket and barbecue and stuff like that. So when it comes to the taco, it's their like they're adding to their repertoire a little bit just to, make some bucks, some revenue.
Yeah. You know what bothers me about Bill Miller's is that they used to be good because they used to have the chicken strips, and I would take a bite of the chicken strip with the jalapeno, put the juice on it, and then I would dip it in some ranch too sometimes. So they had some bomb chicken strips. I don't know what happened. I think after the pandemic, they kind of went downhill a little bit, and I don't know what happened. They got rid of their baked potatoes. I was really heartbroken about that. But then they transitioned to the breakfast tacos. The breakfast tacos are decent. They got decent salsa. Damn sure better. Bill Miller's is not the best. It wouldn't be my pick for breakfast tacos. But if I had to pick between Bill Miller's and Taco Cabana and Taco Palenque, Bill Miller's would be my first choice.
Okay.
Hell no.
Yes, because they got good.
Nope.
And why do you say no? I need to hear why. Because would you choose Taco Palenque over Bill Miller's taco?
Yes, I would. Yep, I would.
Why?
I like their tortillas better. I like their food better. I like the consistency of the food better. Julian, Ramos, tripping. Bill Miller's tacos are shit emoji.
But he's also a Rockets fan, and he firmly believes that the Spurs are going to have a worse season than the Rockets. So.
Okay, Julian, you suck.
Okay. But Julian, you need to come correct. You need to tell me where you would get your tacos at. Because if y'all are, I feel like he said, oh, wow. Y'all are hating on Bill Miller's tacos right now.
I wouldn't go to Bill Miller's. Bill Miller's in San Antonio is subpar, medium at best food, period, across the board.
Okay, so where would you go? Like if you
I said Pete's Taco House.
Okay, so you would have went to Pete's Taco House. And you know what? I had asked people on social media where would you get the best breakfast taco? And they gave me, I got over 200 comments.
Original Donut Shop,
Christians. Yeah, people said Christians tacos.
How many people said Bill Miller's?
Like three. 3 people said 3 out of 200. But a lot of people recommended Pete's Taco House. I've never been there. But that's what stands out to me is you said Pete's Taco House, and a lot of people were mentioning that place too.
Yeah.
For me, if I had to give them a good breakfast taco, I would have gone to Rolando's Super Tacos.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, because they have the giant tortillas, and that would have been the perfect way to say, hey, here in Texas, everything's bigger. And they got decent salsa at Rolando's. Their tortillas are homemade. Yeah. They're massive. I would have presented this 7'5" new alien,
like a burrito,
the number 1 pick. Yes, I would have given him a giant taco from Rolando's. That's where I would have gone. So that would be my personal pick. If y'all would go,
the chat's blowing up right now. Like, if you just go through the chat, everybody's talking about, Taco Jalisco off of Culebra.
I've never heard of that, but that sounds great.
I've heard of it.
Okay. Cabana. Oh, so Taco Cabana salsa is not good. Like, I would not go to Taco Cabana. Like, I would pick Taco Palenque over Taco Cabana.
It's crazy.
So, Chris, are you a salsa guy?
I love salsa. Yeah.
Really? Like, spicy?
Well, when it comes to tacos, it's salsa verde. I don't mess around.
So, like that green medium heat?
Yep.
See, I'm not a heat guy.
Even a little bit spicier than medium, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Back in my younger days, I used to like it spicy, but you get older, your insides changed and whatnot. So
yeah,
it's like a medium to, a little bit higher than medium level, but it's got to be salsa verde.
So salsa verde is your opinion on the best salsa
for a breakfast taco?
Yeah, I agree.
C.
You're right. Guyland doesn't like salsa that's spicy.
No. Oh, that's spicy.
That's spicy, right? He likes bland salsa.
No.
He likes a pineapple salsa, maybe. I don't know what the hell.
Do you take
like a spicy pineapple, spicy mango.
Oh, you're putting fruit in it.
Yeah.
And me,
okay.
I'm balls to the wall spicy.
Yeah. No, I like tasting my food.
I can still taste my food through the spice.
Sure you can.
But if I was a man and I want my salsa to be so spicy that I would grow hair on my balls. Like, that's how spicy my salsa has to be.
Does it make you cough?
Yeah, it has to make me cough.
Oh,
it has to make me.
No.
Like, it has to make me go like.
I can't enjoy the taco like
that's that. What I'm saying. That's not fun.
I want to be able to finish it. You know what I mean? That's
exactly.
That's how I was with chicken wings back in the day. Like, I would just love the spice, but I wouldn't be able to finish them. And then I got to a point where I want to finish these. I want to be able to find that perfect balance between the heat and whatnot, so I can enjoy it and be able to finish it. So as you develop that palate, it's just something that I don't know. I can't have too much.
And I got enough hair on my balls already.
You know what? You said I got enough hair on my balls already.
I don't need hairy ass balls.
I would want more hair on my balls. So I like the fact that there's 3 representations of people here. Gylan does not like spicy food at all. Chris.
No. I don't like extreme spicy food where my nose is running.
Okay, so Gylan.
That's not cute.
Gylan spice meter is from 1 to 10. You would be what, at a 2, 3? Where would you be?
Somebody said I need country sausage like Jimmy Dean's on my breakfast tacos, by the way.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's really good.
That Jimmy Dean sausage, that's
Yeah, Jimmy Dean's is really good. Jimmy Dean.
You're a chef, dog.
The sulfate. Hey, I know good food and flavor. I mean, I can take the sulfites and some of the preservatives sometimes because it's so good. I'll just have to treat myself better the next day.
You know what I was gonna say? Jimmy Dean's too. Now we're all talking about food. I really like biscuits and gravy, but with Jimmy Dean's sausage.
Chopped up.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
So
country gravy with a bunch of chopped up sausage in it.
Yeah, shout out to Angelo for mentioning that. Now I want breakfast. But I was gonna say I love. Okay, Gylan, from 1 to 10, where's your spicy meter at?
Okay, so when I eat Indian food, it's like a 1.
Okay.
Because Indian food's no joke.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a different kind of spice.
But Mexican food, probably like a 4-ish.
Okay, so you can handle 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you at, Chris?
6.
6?
6.5.
I'm at a 9.
Damn, girl.
I'm at a 9.
So like the
I
That's
can't
not
do
even
10.
cute.
The Thai chilies. You ever had a Thai chili and some
Yeah.
Chinese food?
That makes me just
The Szechuan pepper. Ooh.
so
Lord.
good. So
Somebody
good.
brought up Lamont's tacos.
Well, Lamont brought up Lamont's
Oh,
tacos.
Lamont's. Okay.
Lamont brought up Lamont's tacos. You guys got to let us know from 1 to 10 what your spice meter would be at when it comes to spicy food. Now, what do you think Victor Wembanyama's spice level is at? I mean, he's French, so if it's French food spicy, no, right?
No.
So he'd
No.
probably be like at a 1 or a 2. What do you think?
Maybe a 1. Chris is a chef. He's more,
You never know. I mean, he might be experimenting out there in the streets. Like don't let the looks fool you. He might know a little thing or two about spice. But
We should ask him that.
he's definitely going to learn. Living in San Antonio, his palate's going to be developed a lot further than it would be elsewhere.
Yep. So right now, 1 to 10, where do you think Wemby's at with spice? Because you know food, so we need your thoughts on somebody who let's just say he's used to French cuisine.
Sure.
Where would his spice level be at?
Maybe he's adventurous, and when he's out and about, and he's doing some stuff and going to these restaurants and living it up, he might order some spicy things on the menu because he got that, when he was young and he liked it, so he wants to develop it a little bit. So I'm gonna throw it out there and say a 4.
Wow, that's bold. Because
Yes,
I
yeah.
think he's
So-
at a 2.
I don't think he's gonna be that guy like, no, I can't, it's too spicy. You know what I mean? I think there's some history there with it that he wants to build upon, and he accepts it, he likes it. I don't think he's that guy that's gonna steer away from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's willing to try.
Yeah.
But I think
He's 19, right?
yeah, of course,
He's
yeah.
probably got a bag of Takis in his pocket right now.
I think he's at a 2.
Yeah.
I think he's at a 2. So I want to ask him, if I ever get a chance to ask him a stupid question, I would ask him, do you like spicy food?
Sure.
Because I want to know, would he be willing to try spicy Mexican food?
Yeah.
So that would be a great question to ask him, because we got to turn him Hispanic real quick.
You think?
As quick
No.
as we can. As quick
No.
as we can. Yes,
Why?
yes,
No.
we can. He wants
Let
to
the
learn
dude be
Spanish.
French.
He
You know
wants
how
to
much love he's already getting?
Yeah, he
I
wants to learn
know.
Spanish already. He wants to learn Spanish. Did you see that he signed a Nike deal?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Like he signed.
But you know what's crazy is big men's shoes don't sell as well as point guards' shoes. So you look at like Shaq's shoes. Anybody who's big normally does not have a huge following on shoes. Of course, this dude's different, so we'll see what's up.
Yeah.
Did you watch the movie Air by with the Michael
No.
Jordan shoe? Okay,
saw
so check this. So according to the movie, when Michael Jordan was, and if you guys haven't watched the movie Air, and you have Amazon Prime Video,
Watch it.
watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Watch Air tonight. That movie is so good. It's with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Yep.
And I've heard that they're great together on camera.
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. I never seen Good Will Hunting because I don't
What?
really watch movies. Right.
You've never seen Good Will Hunting?
No,
Oh, no.
no, I don't really watch movies. I don't. I just watch.
Talk about a movie you need to see tonight.
Yep.
Air ain't got shit on that.
You're gonna rest tonight, you say? Because you need to watch that movie too.
That's one of the best movies ever.
Good Will Hunting?
Yep.
What is
it.
it about?
They
Like
wrote
somebody
it
hunting?
together. They wrote it together because they were
It
struggling.
has nothing to do with
actors.
hunting at all.
Robin Williams is in it.
Oh.
R.I.P. But I don't want to spoil it for anybody, much less you. But you need to watch that.
Okay, I'm gonna watch Good Will Hunting tonight. If you guys promise me that you'll watch Air tonight,
Sure.
y'all have to watch
I'll
Air.
watch it again.
I know.
I'm not.
maybe
I don't know if
Gylan
I'm going to
can't.
watch Air tonight.
I don't know if Gylan can watch it tonight, but this week, Gylan, if you could watch Air, try to
Maybe.
get to Air because
Said maybe.
it's about a shoe. You know, Michael Jordan and how he was trying to figure out where he was gonna go to have a shoe deal. Nike wasn't popping at the time. What was popping at the time was Adidas.
That was his brand.
Yeah.
That was his.
Carolina.
Larry Bird had a
Remember,
shoe with Converse.
Chris and I grew up during that time.
Right. Remember the Converse commercials? I know y'all grew up at the
My
time, but it was
daughter-
interesting to learn.
My daughter just got 2 pairs of the older ones, like
The older Converse?
the 3s or the 4s, the Jordans.
Oh, the Jordans, yeah.
And
Oh,
I
the J's.
I remember when those first came out. Like, I would save my money, and my parents would give me, like, they paid for, like, half. Like, we'll give you 50 if you work for the other 50 or whatever, you know? So I'd mow lawns and wash dishes and do whatever it took to get money to, because I played basketball all the time, and I would never wear those to play basketball. I wear them to school, take them off, get on my regular basketball shoes, which were, you know, probably like Converse or something like that, the Chuck Taylors. But it was such a big deal back in the day when those shoes came out because no athlete had a shoe like that. You know, it wasn't built up to be that, you know?
Yeah.
And it's crazy
yeah.
to see that story because I never knew that he was such an Adidas fan. And, like, he was just gung-ho about,
Yeah.
you know, Adidas. And then when you see the movie, you see how it plays out. And
Yeah.
it worked out.
Yeah, you got to see the
And his-
movie because he was gung-ho about Adidas. And Kelvin, that's KK. He says Converse weapons. There's a commercial with Larry Bird. I think it was Magic Johnson,
Yep,
too.
yep.
And it was Converse weapons. That's the shoe.
It's like the same shoe.
Yeah, I got my son the throwbacks Converse because of that commercial. And so I know you said big men's shoes don't sell, but in that movie, Gylan, that's why I'm bringing up the movie, they were talking about, well, Larry Bird wears Converse. Magic Johnson, he wears Converse.
That's where they were trying to sell it to him.
And
like,
that was big at the time.
Yeah.
But he didn't end up going with Converse. So you're
But I say
saying,
big men. Those aren't big men.
but I'm saying, can big men sell shoes or no?
I think that big men can sell shoes, but they're not selling shoes like the smaller guys, like point guards and forwards.
Right, like a Kyrie or like a.
Facilitators, people that are moving all the time.
Exactly.
Jump shooters, you know, those kinds of folks.
I got gifted a pair of Jordans, and I haven't worn them because I didn't know what type of Jordans they were. And I'm gonna wear them soon. It turns out it was a pair of Jordan 8s,
Okay.
and I looked up the value of my shoes, $450.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sitting on this shoe that I haven't even worn, and it's $450, and I had no clue. It doesn't look like a $450 shoe.
Yeah.
But why is it?
No,
so,
it's arbitrary.
Yeah.
What does
It's
that mean?
People are going to pay for
what
it.
does that mean? Arbitrary.
I mean, if somebody's going to pay $400 for the shoe in your size, so on and so forth, in the color, so on and so forth. So it's arbitrary. It's not a real thing. It's not a real value. Anybody could put a value on it. Artwork is a perfect example.
Right. But
You know.
but what I'm saying is, these are just shoes.
But they're
Correct.
But
considered,
why
like,
are they so pricey?
I mean, you keep them, nice. They are a piece of art. They are a piece of art, and it's
Very true.
collectible. There's like shoe gurus out there that all they do is collect shoes. A lot of athletes do that too. But the way that they look and the different, makes and stuff like that year over year, how they change and adapt and evolve and stuff, it's just, they're considered a piece of art. People collect them, they're collectible.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, in regards to shoes and all those great things, like now Wemby's coming out with this Nike collection, right?
Smart.
And he's synonymous with the Alien brand.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's like, okay, he's synonymous with the Alien brand. I'm so excited about this because I'm an Alien junkie. I'm probably going to buy Victor Wembanyama's merchandise.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to be one of the first in line because I love aliens. I live in San Antonio. That's right up my alley of things that I love. Mm-hmm. So I cannot wait for his merch to come out. I'm excited for San Antonio. And you and I had this discussion, or we're going to talk about this right now. Might as well ask you because we're talking about it. What is the economic impact of Victor Wembanyama coming to San Antonio? I would like for us all to discuss this because I think it's a really important conversation.
Yeah.
We saw Victor Wembanyama. First of all, let's talk about impact. I posted a video of Victor Wembanyama. That was my first viral video on social media, which was insane. I didn't expect to go viral. It just ended up happening.
You've gone on the old platforms, what, 5 million? Over 5 million?
Instagram, my video on Wemby is at 5.3 million.
That's awesome.
My TikTok 1.1.
TikTok is 1.1 million right now. And Twitter is, I think it's like at 500,000. That's probably my least performing one. Facebook, 1.1 million. So what's 5 plus 1 plus 1? 7. Yeah. We're about 7 total. 120,000 people went to my social media page.
That's beautiful.
Off of that one video of Victor Wembanyama. So when you're talking about impact, like from local media, content creators, local businesses, I was not expecting for his I know his name was huge, right? But I didn't understand until he went to Bliss and he had dinner with Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Sean Elliott, David Robinson. This is like all of the GOATs in San Antonio at Bliss Restaurant. You're friends with the owner,
the
chef de cuisine, Tony Hernandez. I'm sorry. Tony Hernandez. His menu looks amazing. Now I want to go to Bliss.
You should.
Because Wemby went to Bliss.
Yeah.
Have you eaten the food at Bliss?
I've been there a couple times.
How do you like the food?
I love it. It's flavorful. Once again, he knows how to season things, and the culture in the back is excellent. They even have an area where you can dine, right there close to the kitchen, if not, almost inside the kitchen, so you can see what's going on. But, clean food that's brought to life with great hands in the back, and to see that group of people Victor get a standing ovation when he walks into the restaurant. Like I was telling you earlier, you don't see that everywhere, No. So if you want to talk about impact, you're already seeing it, and there's so many different ways you can look at it with, the ticket sales for the AT&T Center, the sponsorship for the AT&T Center, what he brings to the table, longevity-wise, his whole career, as being a Spur and what that's going to bring to the table for the Spurs organization. And then it just trickles out with the local businesses and, what he can do for the community, because the culture behind the Spurs is getting out into the community and doing things, So you're going to see him on HEB commercials. You're going to see him kind of, be nurtured by those folks that were dining with him that night as to how to do it the right way. And what's cool about him is he wants to do it the right way. He's very genuine, and he comes from that culture of being in the family that has that history of basketball and taking care of your body and stuff like that. So hopefully everything, God willing, turns out great. And, this is just the beginning.
Yeah. And JC said on the comment that I saw up here, $500 million economic impact to San Antonio. Gylan, what do you think this means for businesses in San Antonio that Wemby's here? Because everybody's talking about where he's eating at. He went to Bliss. He went to Upscale. He ate at Taco Palenque. This is what he's doing. This is where he's at. What does this mean for San Antonio and local businesses?
I think, first of all, as fans, we need to pump our brakes. We need to slow our roll. Slow the fuck down. Is he destined for greatness? I hope so. Is he going to resurrect Spurs to where we were for 20 years straight? I hope so. However, there has never been a team like the Spurs in the history of basketball. And for us to even think remotely that we're going to get back there with this player is kind of scary. And I think as fans, we need to concentrate on a lot of other stuff because we are putting a lot of weight on a 19-year-old playing basketball. And I think this can turn really ugly really quick.
You know what?
Dun, dun, dun. Damn, son.
Well, I'm sorry to bring it down a
you?
little bit. I'm just saying.
Okay, so
What about what we've been doing for the
let's
past
talk
4 years of like, some player development? We got some key players in the Spurs now,
Let's-
but I do understand what Guyland's saying. I
totally
do.
understand.
I do.
Angelo M. Mitchell. Read the comment that Angelo M. Mitchell just put on
Let's
there.
talk about it. Michael Figueroa, and I'm going to read Angelo's comment right now, but real quick, Michael Figueroa says, well, actually, I'll get to Michael's comment after I get to Angelo's comment. Angelo says, well, trying to bring real expectations on him, not make him David Robinson or Tim Duncan because everyone is comparing his number one pick to theirs. You're right, Guyland. This is a huge weight on a 19-year-old kid. That is why Greg Popovich said, and it came out today, that he said, do not expect anything major happening anytime soon. He's trying to calm the city down with his words that success is not going to happen overnight for the Spurs just because Wemby has arrived. He still has to go through the player development. He still has to make his mistakes. He went from a French league all the way to the NBA. He's got to make adjustments. Pop said he's going to make some mistakes. So what Pop is saying inadvertently, and he's making, and if we read in between the lines, it's kind of exactly what Guyland just said, is he's saying, like, pump the brakes. We're putting a lot of weight on a 19-year-old kid.
But you got a fan
Can
base.
he handle it?
Yeah, but the fan base is just like...
The fan base cannot control their excitement,
salivating at this, because it's been so long. And, we're a small city with a big team, and, we don't have another sports team like it. Haven't. And they're just gonna be fanatical about it, which I kind of love. You know what I mean? Like, I worked downtown, when we were in the playoffs and winning championships and, honking and like people getting pulled out of their cars and stopping on the freeway, and like I think it's great for the city, but let's just take a step back and let them adjust into the role, and because it's not just one guy, it's not just one team player, it's the whole team, and everybody's got to click and they got to connect. And another question is, do you think they're going to make the playoffs his first year?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and it depends on what are the moves they make in the offseason, one. And we got to see, we can't make assumptions immediately, and I'm not ready to.
Right.
And Michael Figueroa says, I've seen so much hate on Wemby. I have a feeling the haters are trying to manifest for him to be a bust. On my TikTok and Instagram reels, that was the main thing I saw. Yeah. He's too skinny. He's going to be broken. Mm-hmm. He's going to get eaten up at the center position, which I hope they don't have him as center. I hope they have him as power forward, because if you have him as center and you have players like Joel Embiid, if you have players like Nikola Jokic who are much bigger than him in size, then yes, you would see maybe some struggles he may have, and he still has to develop. I would like to see Pop play him at power forward position, and that would make sense to me because look at Timmy. But also for me, it's like, yes, that is what I saw. I saw a lot of people wanting Victor Wembanyama to fail.
There's always going to be haters.
There's always going to be haters. But not only does he have pressure from the fans in San Antonio because they're so excited and they can't control their excitement, but there's a lot of pressure from haters too. Do you guys think, Guyland and Chris, I'm going to ask you guys, is there a way for him to be able to handle it? How do you handle it? What would your advice be for him to handle it?
Well, so Kobe was one of the first players. Kobe Bryant was one of the first players that we ever saw grow up in the NBA in the social media age, right? Mm-hmm. This is the first superstar born in the social media age that has this much heaped on his shoulders. LeBron had a lot, but it wasn't the same type of social media love or hate. Victor, as the second coming generational talent, is going to have more pressure on him. I think it's going to be good. I just think we got to temper our expectations.
Yeah.
What would your advice be for Wemby?
Communication with people that have been there before. Take care of his body like he already has been. I think, the Spurs are great at that, and he's in a good spot, and he's wanted to be here for a very long time, and you can see the authenticity in that in him. So knowing how he's already spoken about wanting to be here, and you see him go into bliss with the goats, and he's going to do everything that he possibly can to persevere through that. I want to see that, and the Spurs fan base wants to see that too. And I don't think he's one of those cats that's tuned in to the negativity, and not just because people have told him not to be. I think he's that way. He's got his eyes on the prize, and he's already been winning over in France. He's been a part of organizations and played great ball over there, so I think that he's surrounded by a great cast of folks that'll lead him the right way. And he's smart.
Yeah.
And let me jump in real quick, Carolina.
Go for it, yeah.
I think this is the first time also ever in the NBA that you have had guidance from champions and character guys that he has.
Yeah.
I can't recall another player that has had the same type of love and joy
Humility.
and
Humility.
ultra respect. Players that are respected by the NBA, not just by fans, but by the NBA, the way that Victor is. So he has a lot to live up to, but he also has more support than we can ever imagine.
Yeah, and I think honestly, and I'm not trying to toot the Spurs horn, but toot, right? He played already with Metropolitans 92. His head coach, Vincent Colette, his reputation as a strict coach, people compare him to Pop in a way, where he's one of those type of coaches who want to make sure you get developed properly, and they provide those opportunities for young players to get developed. And because of those comparisons, I think, and he said he's heard about Coach Pop. He thinks Coach Pop is going to be tougher than his own mom. I think that's the perfect spot for him to be at. What better way to learn how to be a great player than with the greatest coach of all time, in my opinion. Yeah. So I know people are wanting him to fail. I've seen it with my own eyes. I know people think he's too small. I say, let's see what happens. But I do think him being in San Antonio as a power forward with Coach Greg Popovich, this is what he's wanted his whole life. He's going to see what it's really like to be a Spurs player. He has the blessings of all the great Spurs players that we've had. Like the whole damn Mount Rushmore was at Bliss Restaurant.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So
Mount Rushmore Spurs.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore Spurs. So I would say for him, this is the perfect situation. If he wants to be one of the greatest players of all time, what better place for him to be than in San Antonio?
For sure.
I'm excited about the Alien brand. I'm excited about...
Okay, hold up. Stop. You keep on talking about this Alien brand.
Because I'm obsessed
The only
with
person
aliens.
that talked about Alien, calling him an alien, was LeBron James.
No, he's coming out. Nike just released a commercial where it's going to be an Alien brand.
When? Where?
Today. It was today. I was going to send it to you so you could play the commercial on our show, but it was too late. It came out today. And there's a little thing in the sky. It looked kind of like a UFO. It's a streak of light. They're going to come out with some merch. And he calls himself the Alien. And
he doesn't. No, he doesn't. LeBron James called him the Alien.
Well, LeBron called him the damn Alien, but now he's synonymous with Alien. And he said he preferred it because at first people called him a unicorn. He said he didn't like being called a unicorn because he's not a unicorn. But he said when LeBron called him an alien and everything shifted and he started to be called the Alien, he loved it. And he said the reason why he loves it is because he feels like the way he's going to play is going to be out of this world. It's unique and original. It's out of this world.
Wonderful.
Just like aliens, Guylan.
I need to see this damn video.
I
need to see the damn video.
Swear you hate on aliens so much.
No, I don't hate on aliens. I hate on mis and disinformation.
No, you hate on aliens so much. Hold on, wait. No, you hate on aliens so much. Like, you really
No.
don't want Victor Wembanyama to associate himself with aliens. What
No,
have aliens
I think
ever
that
done
would
to
be
you?
like one of the coolest games because Chris and I were talking before you showed up, and we were talking about how it's going to be like he's a gray.
Yeah.
Like, if you know anything, do you know about the grays?
All
I
gray.
do know about Chris is an alien person too.
Okay, but I didn't. I said, does Chris know?
Chris, do you know the Grays?
I know that.
No,
there's-
he does.
No, what they're referring to is you're talking about like the different.
The gray aliens.
Yeah, they're like they look. There's different kinds of aliens.
Right.
You know, like smaller, huge head, big eyes, and there's
they're
like the
tall.
slender men, like the
Very
tall,
tall.
grays. You know, that's where that's coming from. My question is,
Since-
LeBron getting
since
paid
I
for
don't
that?
know.
If he's coming up with the term or the label.
He should.
You know?
He should get paid for
Since
it.
I don't know nothing about aliens, I know about the damn grays.
Okay, I'm not saying. Okay, I'm just picking on you because I love when we talk about aliens together. I have a secret. I do
Wait, you
love
saw
arguing with
one?
you about
So-
aliens. I do because I feel like you try to keep me as grounded as possible, but I cannot contain my excitement for this alien Victor Wembanyama Nike thing. I cannot. I'll be the first in line to cop some merch for that damn alien merch.
Oh, I probably would too. I listen. I think it's legit. I think it's different. I think it's unique. I think Victor himself is unique. I think what I really like about Victor Wembanyama, or Wemba as I like to call him, is that he's mature beyond his years. He's 19 years old. He's grounded, right? He stays in the moment. And I just hope Spurs fans get that. Like, this is a different cat. And I hope that everybody's ready for the smiles and the laughters and the jubilation, because he's not Tim Duncan. He's not David Robinson. He's his own man. And he's going to make mistakes, and he's going to do silly things that 19-year-old kids do. As a matter of fact, he wants to bring up the ball as a point guard.
You know what? You know the words that just came out of your mouth right now? It's amazing to me. Because I know you wear a lot of hats, you do a lot of shows, but the words you just said is exactly what Greg Popovich just said as well. So, like,
Okay.
Are you and Greg Popovich friends? Like, what's going on? Like, why is everything that comes out of your mouth today pretty much exactly what Greg Popovich is saying publicly about him? He said he's Tim Duncan. He's not Tim Duncan. He's not David Robinson. He's Victor. That's what he said. That's literally what he said.
Yep.
And it transferred from Greg Popovich's mouth to your lips and out.
It's just, I don't know, man. I have a deeper way of looking at life and people, and I humanize athletes. And so I think he is a young man. He is 19 years old. He, for all practical purposes, is a boy.
Yeah.
His medulla oblongata is not completely
Not formed
developed yet.
Yeah.
He is smart, but he's 19 years old.
It's crazy.
And all these here, let me take a deep breath. All these grown-ass men that have nothing else better to do than get on Twitter with them little chubby-ass fingers. Yeah, I'm chubby too, motherfuckers. With the little chubby-ass fingers. Oh, Victor. Oh, he's this, he's that. He's 19 years old. On these people's best day, they can never be somebody like Victor. And I want them to give him a chance and not pile on a 19-year-old kid because there's something wrong with you at your home, in your house,
Let him
and
play.
you hate yourself.
Let him play.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah. That was deep.
Okay, last question before we give this up. And we got a lot of great comments coming in from Angelo, from Oscar. Thank you guys so much for watching.
It goes from God to
Walt
Pop
says
to
great-
Guyland.
Yeah, it goes from God to Pop to Guyland. Okay, Walt says, great way to lead into a birthday tomorrow with the show. Yeah, I forgot it's my birthday tomorrow, you guys.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday. And then my birthday the day
21.
after that.
Yeah, he's the day after.
Y'all both turned 21. Look at
It's
y'all.
Cancer season. What's your sign, Chris?
Sagittarius.
You're just Sagittarius. No wonder you're a business owner.
No.
You're a Sagittarius.
What the hell does that have to mean?
Because Sagittarius. Okay, see, you don't like when I talk about aliens, horoscopes,
I own a business.
ghosts. Okay, so
I own a business, and I'm a Cancer. What the hell does that mean? People gonna
There's
start
always-
killing their babies. Oh,
Sagittarius
that baby's
are
gonna be
natural born leaders.
Huh?
Sagittarius are natural born leaders.
Oh Lord.
They are. Like, it doesn't surprise me that he's a Sagittarius. That's all I'm gonna say. They're natural born leaders and business owners.
I like to consider myself a leader.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So,
He is a leader.
did the Spurs win the off season? Did the Spurs win the off season? My answer, and you can say yes or no. You have to deep dive into this. Definitely yes. Yes. By the 8-foot wingspan that is Victor Wembanyama, abso-freaking-lutely.
It's crazy. He's 19.
Multiple draft picks. You have cap space available. You have a franchise player. Number one, they say he's a generational talent. The Spurs are building their young core. They have the greatest coach of all time. They welcomed him with open arms. I don't know if you guys saw. By the way, I was in this. I'm telling all my business right now. I was in Rockets Twitter versus Spurs Twitter speaking, and Jeremy Sohan chimed in, and he said, "I do not look like a snow cone," because somebody said he looks like a snow cone. And like the Spurs versus Houston, I have no dog in that fight, but they're like really beefy, really hard. But what I'm trying to get at is
because they didn't get that pick.
Because they didn't get the pick. So just by their insecurity alone, Spurs are winning the offseason.
Let the play speak for itself.
Exactly. So Spurs are winning the offseason, and so I saw the comparisons between Victor's welcome to the city and the Rockets and Amen Thompson welcome to the city. It was very confetti. It looked very very scripted is how I could describe the Rockets' welcome to their rookies. It was confetti, streamers, some random cheerleaders in the back. Unauthentic, not genuine. Spurs, people were welcoming him at the airport.
Tacos in his hand out the plane.
Tacos in his hand off the plane. Stuff going on downtown.
That wasn't scripted?
I don't think
Tacos in his hands off the plane?
I don't think it was scripted. I don't think.
Oh, my God.
Who gave him to him?
A reporter from Univision.
Okay.
So it was not any. It wasn't like the Coyote gave it to him. It was a reporter from Univision handed him the tacos. So you would think
Scripted.
you don't know. You would. Yeah. I mean, maybe she scripted it to get a reaction.
Yeah.
But
Scripting means, hey, Spurs, I'm going to hand him tacos when he gets off the plane. Is that okay?
okay, I don't know if that conversation happened.
Come on, you know the Spurs.
Yeah.
You think
they're gonna let him get handed
that close-
food?
to get
Yeah,
that close to
yeah.
him.
that's to get that close to
And you
the
could
damn
put-
president?
And they might, yeah, exactly. And somebody could put poison in the food. Like that shit happens.
Sure.
So yeah, it might have been scripted,
Rat
but other than
See,
that, they had the parade. I've been watching too
Carolina
many
go
crime
off the
shows.
deep end.
Little bleach.
They go off the deep end.
So yes, I think the Spurs definitely won the offseason, and that's synonymous with what a lot of people are saying. Spurs are definitely. Are they a playoff contending team? Are they back? I think the economy's back. Are they back? We'll find out soon. I want to see what kind of moves that they make now.
Yeah.
I want to see how they build around Victor Wembanyama. If anybody can do it, I think it's them. So, yeah, I definitely think they're winning the offseason. Nobody's getting more attention right now than the San Antonio Spurs.
Yep.
With the exception of Chris Paul going to the Warriors. That's also major news. And also Damian Lillard is kind of wanting to get traded without saying he's actually going to get traded. So all those things are in play. But the main thing is
Spurs.
JC says we should run a new investigation. Was the taco a plant? It wouldn't surprise me now that Guyland's conspiracy about the tacos. So we'll
I'm
see.
just saying.
I mean, he could be onto something. So before we let everybody go, wait, is there something else we got? Is there this and that or anything or no?
No, this and that.
Oh,
So, okay, hold up.
Okay.
I do think we need to spend a little time when Chris has been such a great sport with Chris a little bit.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We need to. So, Chris, you are a local business owner. You're our sponsor for League of Our Own, Special Leaf Tea. What do you guys do? How can everybody find you? The platform is yours. Let everybody know about your tea because it's actually really delicious, and I want people to know about it.
Well, I appreciate the platform. I appreciate y'all letting me come and talk and experience this. It's been great. Since we met at the Boys and Girls Club event a few months back, it's always been our intention to, showcase this the right way. and do it the right way, and not overthink it too much, and not, try to do everything and be everywhere. And this really aligns, Skyline and Carolina. You guys really align with what we're doing, what we want to do, and for that, I really, really thank you, and appreciate what you guys do and what we will be able to do with this, because it doesn't stop right here. There's a lot of other things that we can get into, and a lot of other people and organizations that we can support, talking about what this does. And it's all about health and wellness. It's all about showcasing something that's an ancient classic. This is thousands and thousands of years that a tea like this was made in a hot form. All I've done as a chef, after working at an olive orchard probably 25 miles from here, back in 2014, discovered this tea in a hot form, and we made it into an iced tea with no flavor or anything like that, just basic plain Jane leaf, water, steep, strain, serve. But seeing that years ago, it really opened up my eyes as to what the possibilities could be with showcasing health and wellness and telling people that they have a great alternative, as this is, to what's out there these days. Whether it be one of the major top soda brands, or even other teas in the space. It's just far too often people don't take a look at their things that they're consuming, the beverages and the food, and don't read labels and don't read ingredient lists. So we are always going to be olive leaf based because of all the health benefits that are associated with it. Has natural energy because the natural compounds that are found in the leaves. But it's just, I think it's just a calling for me to kind of be like a crusader for this, because as a chef, we have a captive audience at the restaurants or the hotels where I was working. And with this, you have the capability of helping a lot more people and providing an experience and benefits to a lot more people on a bigger, grander scale than just being in those restaurants or hotels. You feel me?
Yes. So where can we find the tea at?
So you can find us at all the central markets in Texas. That's new since like 2 months ago. So we've been traveling.
Congratulations on that, dude. Congratulations.
So you're
That's
at every
huge.
central market in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Is there central markets in somewhere else?
So there's one here on Broadway, of course. There's 2 in Austin. There's 1 in Houston. And there's like 5 or so in and around Dallas.
But you guys also ship too in San Antonio for free.
For free, yeah. So you just got to contact me. My number's on the website. I prefer you to do that, so you don't have to pay for shipping. Mm-hmm. So you can get on the website and you can learn a little bit more, and you can see what strikes your fancy. We also have a 4-pack sampler, if you want to do that too. But if it's in the San Antonio area, and that includes New Braunfels and San Marcos and stuff, we'll go there. We do ship for free, just to make it easy on folks. Yeah.
But if it's nationwide,
the website.
It's through the website.
Specialleaf.com.
Got it. So specialleaf.com, if they can't get to a central market, they can text you if they're local, and your number's on specialleaf.com. And if they want to order anywhere, period, it's specialleaf.com.
Specialleaf.com, and it's just a $5 flat rate shipping, so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's really great. And where can they find you at on social media?
Special Leaf Co, Special Leaf CO on Instagram, and then Special Leaf on Facebook. Same thing for Twitter, Special Leaf, and then that's about it. I mean, we're on TikTok, but we're just beginning that.
This tea is really delicious, and we really want to thank you for being a part of our family here at League of Our Own. We love it so much. Really, we do enjoy this. I'm going to take this with me when I go on my trips to Vegas. And I'm going to have tacos with Michelle Beadle soon.
Tell her I said hello.
I'm going to bring her a tea.
Congratulations on that. I saw that.
Yeah. Michelle Beadle, a reporter for the Spurs.
From San Antonio, right?
Yeah. So hopefully we can meet up.
Yeah.
And if we do, I'm going to give her a tea.
Cool.
A closed one, not an open one.
Yeah.
Yes, please, Carolina, close.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't. A lot of times you hear people on, I'm going to tread lightly here, on other shows, on talk radio, sports talk radio, and they're like, oh yeah, so-and-so this tea, and you don't see them drink the product. You don't see the product in a shot. They talk about it and they give like this real long diatribe on the product. I have had, and just real talk, I have about 5 or 6 podcasts. I want to say just about everybody has had a tea that's come through on the podcast. We've had Thunder Rosa. We've had, what's his name? I talked to Chris, Borrego, Jesse Borrego.
Jesse Borrego tried the tea. Yep.
Tried the tea, loved the tea. And I want to say out of maybe 10 or 15 people, there was one person that did not like the tea. Mm-hmm. Everybody else has loved the tea, especially the tangerine and the pomegranate. Yeah. Those are exceptional products. They do taste different, but they're good. And so I want to say that as somebody that gives these teas to other people and we taste the tea, we just don't talk about it because somebody paid us and gave us a script. We believe in this tea. And after meeting Chris and talking to Chris today, I believe in him, and hopefully we can build a bigger and better relationship. So just real talk.
We will.
I really love the tea, and I'm drinking it because I really like it. I like the tea. And, a lot of people have said special leaf, they think there's weed in it. There is no weed in special leaf tea.
Not yet.
So that's a rumor. That's just a rumor. No. Okay, there's no drugs in special leaf tea.
It's a natural drink.
It's a natural drink, you guys. Okay.
But you can drink it at 420 if you really want to.
I honestly think some people are asking me because they smoke that special leaf. Mm-hmm. So they're asking me if special leaf has it because they want something with drugs in it. That's what I think. Honestly.
Wouldn't it be special bud though? I mean, who's smoking the leaves?
Huh?
People smoke the leaves?
No, I'm saying like they smoke special leaf, which is weed. You know what I mean? Their own type of special leaf.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So they think this is in reference to weed, but it's not. Yeah, this is all natural. And I was also going to say, I have a question for you. I know this is like sidetrack, but this is a real question because you're big on restaurants and you have all that experience. Is Coke Zero bad for you?
I think it has aspartame in it.
Okay, what is that?
It's a unnatural sweetener that you hear. There's a lot of stuff going on with these sweeteners and what people are putting in their beverages and stuff, even to the point of I've seen some reports about aspartame and some of these unnatural sweeteners messing with people's genetic codes like DNA and stuff like that. Like it's not good, and it takes time to have studies like that to really validate what people are talking about and stuff. But there's a lot of stuff about aspartame that you're going to find in a lot of beverages, especially energy drinks. And I think Coke Zero is one of those beverages that has that.
Aspartame is in energy drinks?
It's, yeah.
Like Bang?
It might be.
Oh,
Probably
my gosh.
so.
How, is it like on the ingredient list that I can see it?
Yep.
So Carolina, check this out.
Special Leaf does not have aspartame?
No.
Okay, great.
No.
So check this out. The use of artificial sweeteners in dietary baked goods is banned in Europe. So I love America. We're a lot of fun.
Excess.
We don't really give a damn about what we put in our food and what we feed to people. Like real talk.
Oh. What were we saying, Kylan?
And so aspartame is one of the ones that's banned in your European Union. Yeah. Sucralose is also, which are two of the main ones. And then the salt of aspartame, asuflame. The fact that we can't even say the damn things should be weird. And I'm not on a high horse. I don't eat perfect. Lord knows. Look at me. But damn, like, yeah, no,
Kylan,
it's not good.
I know you're gonna hate me right now when I say this, but the reason why I became a conspiracy theorist is because of the foods, genetically modified organisms that they put in our foods. That's the main reason why I became a conspiracy theorist. Because America, like you said, I already knew this information. America is the only first world country that where GMOs are legal. And the reason for that is the conspiracy is that there's a company called Monsanto who basically does all the growing of the crops.
Real deal. Yeah. Real deal.
Yeah. And Monsanto is in the pockets of the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. Yeah. That's why they're not getting banned, because Monsanto's in their pockets, and people on the FDA chamber, what's it called? The FDA, I guess they're like
board.
The board. There you go. The people on the board are also up in the government. Mm-hmm. So it's a trickle down effect.
Are you seeing a lot of people like that are in government, right? Like a lot of higher ups,
yeah,
in Congress and folks like that, when they retire or whatever, because they've had this relationship with these larger companies, that's their direct line.
Yeah.
After they're done with government, is to go and make
Work for
a
the bigger
lot of
companies.
money for these companies
Right.
that they've supported.
And it all these types of foods with GMOs, they are linked to cancer,
among
and
other
it keeps
things.
pharmaceuticals in business.
Yeah.
All that stuff is because of what we consume. And I was organic, fully organic, for a year and a half, almost 2 years, because of the research I did. And I stopped because of another conspiracy I fell into, but I don't want to talk about it because then I'll go into conspiracy mode all day. And, you know, we can't go too far deep into that.
It'll be a part 2.
We could do a part 2. But stuff like this is natural.
Yeah.
That's why we're excited.
Yeah, from a chef, you know, it's always been the goal and the vision to present something and offer something to people that you can read every ingredient and understand what it is. And really, it comes down to the fact that the leaf does so much for you. Why would you counter that with something that doesn't need to be there? So it's taken us a long time to figure out how to balance everything correctly while offering the fans everything that they deserve. You know, so there's a reason why we use everything, you know, and we put things in the packaging. It's for a reason. It's meant to be there. But at the end of the day, it's how can we lift up the leaf as much as we possibly can.
Yes. Chris from Special Leaf, specialleaf.com. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much, Guylan, for producing another excellent show.
Thank you, Guylan.
You're the best. We love
Thank you, Chris.
I'll see you guys next week. Next week, we're going to have another amazing show. Tune in, and we can't wait to see what else we're going to talk about. I'm going to try to keep Wemby's name out of my mouth next week.
It's going to be hard.
It's going to be really hard. All right, guys. See y'all next week. Bye.